Hey everyone, how's it going? Nick here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to create a fully responsive, full-width website using just WordPress. And we're going to get started. The first thing I need you to do is go to Appearance and click on Themes. You're going to want to go to click Add New. And under Search, just type in Generate. It should pop up. Yeah, okay, so it's the first one. It should pop up, Generate Press. You will see Install here. Mine's already activated, so I'm not going to see Install. So click Install, should be right around here, and then click on Activate. And once you have that activated, we can go on to the next step, which is installing the plugin we're going to be using for this website. So go to Plugins, click Add New. Okay, and under Search, type in Elementor. That's Elementor. And you'll see right here, Elementor Page Builder. And make sure you don't install the wrong one. A lot of them have a similar looking logo. So this one's Elementor Page Builder by Elementor.com. You'll see an Install Now button here. Click that and activate. Once you finish doing that, we're going to work and make our first page. So scroll over here to Pages and click on Add New. Okay. You can name the title something like Home if you want. I already have that page, so I have to kind of come up with something. Let's see, Test 1, 2. I think I have that one already too. So I'm just going to do that, but you can put Home there. And scroll down. Okay. And go ahead and where it says Disable Elements, select everything except primary navigation. So all these. Now, under the sidebar layout, we're going to go to Content, No Sidebars. If you don't go to this, you're going to get sidebars and it's going to look like a blog. It's not going to look like a professional business website. Okay, scroll down. And to make the page full width, just under Page Builder Container, select Full Width. And that should be it. Scroll back up and select Publish. Okay, once you've done that, you should see page published, and now we're going to get started. So go ahead and click on Edit with Elementor. Okay, so this up here is a navigation bar I've set up for another website. So you don't have to do this part. I'm going to get rid of it for me. So, okay. So let's start designing. The first thing we're going to work on is our hero image. And what a hero image is, let me give you an example. So this is a website called freebiesbug.com. And they have a lot of free resources, and I'm going to use this as kind of a guide and example for this design. So when you see the big main first image on a website, that's considered the hero image. Some people call it the billboard image, but we're going to work on this section. So now we need to find an image. The website I recommend is pixabay.com. All their images are free to use. You can use them on commercial projects. You don't even have to give attribution, which is great, because if they want people to put attribution, it's really not going to be on a lot of websites, because I mean, really, where are you going to put that info? And so this photo will be, all the photos we'll be using in this design are in the description box underneath the video. So you can go ahead and find them here, and it should take you directly to this page. So go over to free download. And the reason I like this website is it gives you the actual file size. You know, most sites just give you the dimensions, but this gives you the file size. And that's good when you're developing a website. If you have too many images, like at 2.5 megabytes, it's going to be really slow. And and if you're doing like a business website or, anything to get clients or customers, one thing that's just always comes up when I'm helping people is anytime their website speed is slow, like anywhere from like 5 seconds plus, it always causes a high bounce rate. People just, they don't stick around, they just close out the website. So I'm going to try to do a 1280 here by 787. If that, it's going to scale up, and that may lower the quality a bit, and then I can always download bigger. But let's give this one a try right here, 1280 by 787. So go ahead and select download. Let me go through this real quick. This one's kind of hard. Got it. So I'm just going to put the image in a folder. Let's go back to our page. Okay, I'm going to go slow. If you haven't, come across Elementor before, I know there's a lot of options, but I'm going to go step by step here. So first thing we need to do is click on Add New Section. And the first one here, select that. And now we have this new section added. Go ahead right up here where it says Edit Section. Style. And now we have access to the background settings. Right here where it says Classic, I'm going to select that. And Image right here, I'm going to click on the plus sign. And now we can add our background image. I'm going to go to Upload Files and get the file we just downloaded, which is this one. Click on Insert Media. All right. As you can see, it's in there. Now we just need to increase the height of this section. So scroll down to this section here where it says height. Click on minimum height. Now, I like to do anywhere from 500 to 600 pixels for the height of a hero image. I don't like to go anywhere above that unless it's for, style purposes, and a lot of times people really like that look where the whole page is covered with an image. But it's good to have a little space down here, so when you write down our services, people know, oh, there's more content down here, I need to scroll down and read this. So I'm going to keep it at around, I'm going to try 500. We do 5, let's go with 600. Okay, and you see here it's repeating the image. Let's fix that. Scroll back up and style, size, no, I'm sorry, repeat, no repeat. Okay, and now let's make this full screen. So under repeat, you'll see size, and pick the cover option. And here you go. Okay. And under no, not position, 1 second. Okay, cool. Under attachment, I want to give this a parallax effect. So under attachment, so let me show you the difference real quick. So scroll would be regular. right? It just scrolls like this. But when you select fixed, you see how it passes by the image? So you can give kind of that kind of has a cool effect to me, so I'm going to keep it. Some people don't like it, but I like it. Okay. Next thing is, you see how there's kind of a tint to this image? This is due to adding an overlay. You can have some websites don't have that tint, but the issue with that is a lot of times those websites struggle when it comes to showing text. And the point of the overlay is to make sure this text has contrast so it pops. So I'm going to add the overlay to this website. So to do that, I'm going to close this background section, and underneath you'll see background overlay. Background type, classic. Color, select black. All right. And down here is where you can control the opacity. And what opacity is basically just the level of transparency from completely transparent to solid. So 0.5 looked a little dark. Let me go with 0.4. I'm going to go with that for now. I may darken it or lighten it depending on how the text comes out. So I'm going to go ahead and save. So that's what we have so far. The next thing, let's go ahead and add a main tagline, some subtext, and a button. So go back to the widget section under elements and select heading. Click and just drag it over until you see this little blue line. Now our text is in that section. Under alignment, hit center. And what kind of text should I add? So go to style, text color. We're going to make that white. Typography, we're going to select that, and let's play with the size. Something like that. Okay, I'm gonna go with 70 for now. Family, let's see. I tend to like open sans. And I'm gonna keep the weight bolded where it is now. If yours doesn't automatically set to bold by default, just go to weight, default, and just go click bold. Okay, now we're going to add this little subline right here. So I'm going to add another heading. Going to center. I'm just going to make up some random text. Okay, we go to style, make it white, and I may bring the weight down. Let's see how that works. So I kind of like the size of the font, but when it comes to weight, let me try 400. Yeah, I'm going to go with that because I don't want this pulling too much attention away from the main tagline. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to add a button since we're already in here, and you're going to be needing to add a button most likely if you're going to do more than like a primary main page. So even though we're only going to be doing one main, like a really long page, I'm still going to show you how to do a button real quick. So just go to button right here, click, drag, drop it underneath, center. I'm going to type in get started. Style, I'm going to go to typography. Okay. And now it's a good time for me to bring up the branding color when it comes to designing a website. And if you look at really big websites, you'll see they have like one primary color mixed with white and gray. So let me give you an example. So you see this? This is the branding color. It's red. Red to subscribe to draw your eye there, and you see it's a white, it's like this bluish gray, and the branding color. So that's what we're going to do. So, and I found this blue. I don't know if this blue is going to contrast off the back well, the background, because the background I do have the opacity darker. So let me try this. I'm going to copy and paste. Let me try that. No, I'm going to need a lighter color. I have some colors saved. This usually contrasts, a type of orange, lighter orange, usually contrasts off dark pretty good. Let's give it a try. Yeah. The color, you can just enter this. This is called a hex code. You can go ahead and type FFCC00. Okay, let's move on to the next section. And I like these 3 content boxes right here. They have an icon. We can name our service. We have the description of that service centered, so it kind of has this wide to smaller line right here, which makes it look nice. So let's go ahead and create our own 3 content boxes. So again, we're going to go to Add New Section, and this time we're going to select the option with 3 boxes right here. Okay, and now let's return to the widget section. And I'm going to look for a widget called Icon Box. Okay, it's under General Elements, Icon Box. So let's find an icon. Right up here, choose icon, and this is linked to, I believe this is linked to Font Awesome, and they have, hundreds of icons right here. So let me see, let's do a desktop. Let's go with that for now. We can always change it later. And the primary color, we're going to match this icon color. We're going to give it the branding color. So FFCC00. And this heading here, under content, so under title, I'm going to see how black works. Whoa. Okay. I'm going to darken this. I'm going to, under description, and I'm going to, this may be a little too strong right here. Let me try let me give it that same darker gray. I'm going to give it an off black. The hex on this is 31363A. All right. So under content, under heading, you can type service 1 if you want. I don't know. I'm going to give it a name. Let's see. Okay. And now go up here once you've done changing the name to whatever you like. Actually, one second. Let me spacing. I'm going to like okay. Once you're done with this section, this little blue box up here, go up to it and right under here, click duplicate widget. And click and drag up over here. Same thing. Duplicate, click and drag. Okay. I want to make sure I have the right. Okay, so this one is selected. And I'm going to choose a different icon. Go with that. And if you want, you can go in here and change the, see, you can go ahead and change that. I'm just going to leave it. Okay. So once you're done choosing the icons and messing around with this, let's see what we have so far. And so let's move on to fixing this part up. Obviously this section is way too close to the image, and I do want a little header there saying services. So let me give you an example. So like you see right here under the image, it says, we are a small team doing big things. I'm gonna have something similar, but I'm just gonna have it say images. I'm sorry, say services. All right, so heading. Oh yeah, so here's another thing. Because I have 3 columns, I don't have one big column like we do for up here. It's gonna choose one of these, so we don't want that. So what we need to do is make a new section, 1 column, click. It's usually a little tricky here. If that happens, go ahead, save and refresh. Sometimes they can give me some trouble. Let me try that again. Yeah, it works. Okay. Go ahead and click and drag it up there. And let's add a heading widget. Center it. I'm just going to type R services. Okay. Now I'm going to show you a little bit about spacing. Okay, so I want a little more space in between our services and our hero image. So to do that, we're going to go select the edit section for the hero image. Go to advanced, margin, and where it says link values together, unselect this. If you're not that technical, believe me, this is as technical as it gets. Once you have this little section right here, you're going to be fine creating your own website. So I do suggest, don't stop watching the video right here. This is really helpful. So really quick, when it comes to web design, you're going to hear margin and padding a lot. This is easy to understand. Margin is space outside the section. So for example, this section, we want to give it outside toward the bottom of this section. We want to add, let me try 20 pixels. See? It created spacing outside at the bottom of this section. Now padding is going to be inside spacing. So I don't want to deselect that right now, but if I were to say go here and mess with the padding on this, basically it's going to be invisible, but it's going to add spacing, and these words are going to like scrunch together. So that'll be inner spacing. But when it comes to adding space underneath sections like this, 99% of the time you're going to be using margin. Okay. So let's see how 20 pixels height. And I want to add now spacing between these three and our services. So it's going to be the same thing. So let's select for our services the section, edit section, advanced, link values together, deselect that, and add, let's try 20. Yeah, that looks good to me. Okay, as I say, let's do a frequently asked question section, an FAQ section, with a drop-down toggle. So I'll show you how to do that. So add new section. This time we're going to select the one with 2 columns. Okay. I want to pick the background color. Classic. You're going to press E 5 or 6 times. It is 6 times. And we're going to use this gray. And again, like YouTube, it was a combination of grays, primarily white, and the business branding color on key areas. And this gray is going to keep the page from being too boring, because if it's just all white, and it's just not about boredom, it's about, guiding the eye and making sure all the details, text, images are broken up and organized. So this is going to help us break up this section. So let's open the height up. Layout, min height. 400 may be a little too big. I'm going to give that a try. And before we do that, while it's fresh in our mind, I'm going to add 20 pixels of margin to the bottom of this section. So I'm going to go up here, advanced, deselect link values together, add 20. There we go. Let me give 30. May look a little better. Okay. Let's go back to the widget section. And I'm going to add an image in this box right here. So the image widget, click and drag it, and let's choose an image. Let's go to, we'll be using this one later. I'm going to go to Pixabay. Let me type in, let's see, office. That looks cool. Let's see. Okay, and I'll have this linked in the description box, this specific image. So under free download, this time I'm going to pick the smaller file because I only need it to fit in this size right here, so no need to get a large file. 640 by 425. Okay, choose your image right here. Upload files. Same as before. Select your image. There we go, we have our image. Now, I'm going to add a drop-down toggle. And what that is, let me show you. Right here, toggle. Toggle, if I go ahead and click this right here, see it drops down, it has information. I'm going to add, let's see, 4 or 5. 5 may be too much. I'm just going to throw in some random questions. It adds our new heading. Just going to copy and paste this. Okay, now let's go to style. What I like to do is I like to give it some space, and then I want to get rid of the look of the border. So I'm going to go under border color and I'm going to type in our hex code, which was E 6 times. See, now it blends in. Let's try white. With the background. Okay, we'll go with that. Okay. So under color, I chose this darker gray. How does that one look? Let me go with this one right here. Okay, so far, I think that looks pretty good. They all work. All right. Now the next section, we're going to add a contact form. Now when it comes to customizing the look of a contact form in WordPress, that's usually a premium feature. So I want to make a contact form that looks good. So this specific part, if you want to create a contact form, you're going to have to go with Elementor Pro. The link is in the description if you want to read more about it. I think it's great. So let's add new section, one column. I'm going to bring in the form. Okay. So if I click this duplicate here, you see it just makes more input fields. I'm only going to go with 3. So under name, click name if you have Elementor Pro. Select 33. I'm going to try 33% at first. No, I think it may look better at, let me see. Let me try 40. Okay, 50. And our submit button. Okay, our send is fine for me. Style. Okay, you can see what columns gap does right here. Create some space. I'm going to give it a little space like that. Rows gap, open it up. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back. You see right here, I'm going to delete these because we already have name, email, and message in the box right here. We don't really need to say it again. So I'm going to go ahead. Delete these labels. Okay. Text color, we can darken that. Okay. Typography. Might as well make it open sans. Weight. Let me do. Okay. And if you want to, you can change the background color. It doesn't look too bad. Okay, under button. So background color, let's go ahead and give it our branding orange right here. Okay. Okay, now text padding is where we can really control the size of the image. So I'm going to try for top 15, right 40, bottom 15, left 40. I want it bigger than that, so let's do maybe 50. Maybe change this to 10. Okay. Now you see here how the button has like a softer edge. That's border radius. And if you want a sharp button edge, just deselect this, link values together, and now it's sharp. Okay? And you can come back here under alignment and hit center. There we go. Okay. Let me go ahead and add a header for contact us. So add new section. Click, drag it up. Same process. Heading. Center that. Is that the color we chose? What color did we choose? Okay, and I want to give some room here. We want to add 20 pixel of margin to this section up here so it pushes contact us down and creates some space. So edit section, advanced, add 20. There we go. Some room here would be good. Same thing. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to select the form and okay, under email, right here is where you're going to enter the email you want this form to be sent to. Once one of your users enters the information and clicks send. So you put the email address you like, and you can put multiple emails, just separate them by commas. The email subject, for my portfolio, I'll just have something like this, new message from my name and then website. Okay. Okay, and the last part is let's add a footer section. I did jump forward a few seconds. What I did was I enabled my navigation bar and my footer. And from the beginning, you probably have been seeing your footer and nav bar, but I have the pro version of GeneratePress, so I was able to disable those. And right before we start editing the footer and header, there's one more thing I wanted to show you. So right over here, for our toggle, what I want to do is add a color, our branding color, when the particular toggle box is active. So to do that, just click on the toggle. You'll be taken right over here. Go to Style. Under Title, find Active Color. Click on that. And our hex code, FFCC00. Save. Okay, and you see right here, this changes color when it's active. Now for the footer section. So with the free version of GeneratePress, you can make a clean footer, but you're unable to customize it, the look exactly how you want. For that, you would, what I do is I disable the footer if I'm designing a page for a client, and I'll just make a footer with Elementor. But I want to show you how to do this with the free version of GeneratePress, because with the free version you're unable to disable this. So let me show you how to do that. It's pretty simple. So if you bring your mouse over to the X in the corner, bottom left of the corner, and click on that, click on Go to Dashboard. I'm going to keep this open so I can show you the updates as we're making them. Okay. Now, I want you to go over to the left under Appearance, click on Widgets, and you'll be taken to this page right here. And you'll see to the right footer widget 1, 2, and 3. And these will correspond exactly to, that's the edited version, this will correspond to 1, 2, and 3. So all you have to do for footer widget 1, take your text, this text sub widget right here, click and drag it over. And for this section, for the left, I usually put the name of the company and a summary. So let's put Travel New York. And on Google, go ahead and Google Lorem Ipsum, IPSUM, and you'll be taken to, you'll see this, lipsum.com. Click on that, and basically all Lorem Ipsum is dummy text. So I'm going to take a bit of this text and copy. I'm going to paste it right in here. And that might be a little too much. I'm going to hit save. Okay, and I'm going to refresh this. Okay, and you see it updated exactly how we have it. And just for time purposes, you can change each of these widgets to exactly what you like, but for time purposes, I'm going to just copy and paste the same text. So for footer widget 2, same process. Click text, drag it over. Okay. Where did I cut it off from? Okay, hit save. Okay, and here, I mean, you could put, for example, about us, add another bit of information. You can add contact, add your address, phone number. I'm going to refresh. Okay, all good. Now for number 3, same process. Take the text over into footer widget 3. Go ahead and enter your information. There you go. That is how the page will look. Now let's go ahead and add a logo here, and I'll show you how to mess around with the navigation bar. Okay, so if you're back in this page, go back to find Pages on the left, click All Pages. And I have a ton of pages here, but just find your page you created at the beginning of the video. Okay, and go ahead and click Preview Changes. And you can see this bar at the top. Go ahead and click Customize. And now we're going to go to Layout, Primary Navigation. Okay. And this is where we can add our logo. So we're going to create a logo really quick. We're just going to pick an icon and give it our branding color. So let's go ahead and do that. In the description area, I have this image linked, okay, community logo, and go ahead and download it. And you're going to download the 640 by 637. Go ahead and add that to whichever folder you're using. Okay, so now what I want you to do in Google is I want you to Google Pixlr, Pixlr editor. And the result that'll come up, you'll see it is Pixlr editor. Go ahead and click that page and you'll be taken to this page right here. And what we want to do is we want to open image from our computer and select the logo we just downloaded. Okay. And right here you should see a black color. I've already set it to the branding color. But once this is open, go ahead and select this black area right here. And this color panel will pop up, and right here where the hex code is, let's add our branding hex code, FFCC00. Alright. And it's really simple. So over to the left, the paint bucket tool, it's right over here, or you can just hit G on your keyboard. And we're going to go ahead and bring it over to each section and click. It's going to fill in each part with our branding color. Okay. And you're going to want to zoom in for these, so over here, click the zoom button or hit Z on your keyboard, zoom in. Paint bucket tool. Go ahead, fill these in. Oops, Control Z will get you back. Okay, and to return to the main view, go back to zoom and double click on it. Okay. And I could add some text to the side, but this should do it for this video. This video is getting pretty long. So let me go ahead and hit File, Save, and we're going to save. Yours will probably come up as JPEG, okay? But I want you to save it to PNG. Go ahead and name it. All right. Now let's return to our Generate Press navigation panel. Under Navigation Logo, I'm going to select Image. I already uploaded it, but go ahead and upload it. Select. Choose Image. We have our logo. Now I'm pretty sure you can increase the size here. This may just be for the Pro version. I've been using the Pro version for a while, so I'm not 100% sure. But I'm pretty sure this is in here. If not, you may, if you're not happy with how the default is, you may want to invest in the premium version. But over in the menu item height, I'm just going to increase that. about right there. And I'm going to leave the nav bar right there. Okay. And I'm going to close out of here. And if you don't have your Elementor page open, just go back to edit page for that page and click edit with Elementor. And we're almost done here, guys. Okay. So we have the nav bar. Got this going. Is this still working? Yep. Got the footer. Okay, so now we're going to make this responsive. We're going to make this beautifully fit a tablet device and a mobile device. So you're going to have 3 different versions of this website. And it'll automatically load the correct way for whatever device the user is using. So if you scroll down over here, you'll see this little monitor. Go ahead and click that. And these are our different views. We have desktop, tablet, and mobile. So let's work on tablet next. Go ahead and click that. And the beauty of this is that really it's basically done already. If you, let me, right here. I mean, the parallax is working. That's all aligned. This looks good. Yeah, that's still working. We have our form. We have our footer. And whatever information you put in there. And our menu, generate press, you should see a toggle. Now, again, I'm using the Pro version, so yours may look a little different. It may come down from the top, but this is what I see, but you should have a menu. So basically, this is done already, but I may either, this sometimes can come out kind of big. If it's, say yours was like that, go ahead and just, you can bring it down a bit. Okay, and that's done for the tablet. I mean, it's that quick. And now let's go to mobile. Okay, we got the mobile. We got our menu. Okay, so let me show you this real quick. So if this on yours is taking up too much height, if it's going all the way to the bottom, just go ahead and click on this edit section. And under the minimum height here, you can change it. Now really quick, if you see these 3 little buttons here, that represents desktop, tablet, and the blue one is mobile. That if you're working on it, it's highlighted blue. So any change I make right now, it's only going to be applied right now to the mobile because mobile selected. So I'm gonna maybe decrease, see, I can change the height, made something like that. This, I'm gonna click the heading. Maybe I'll bring that down a bit. The line height right here, maybe add a little more spacing. I mean, really however you like it. Give it some breathing room. I mean, that's all aligned perfectly. These are aligned perfectly. I mean, look at that. And our footer, everything's aligned. And that is it, guys. I'm going to wrap up this video here. All the links are in the description box below. And that'll do it. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.